How many of you have totally wasted your day scrolling or being on your phone and just feeling unmotivated sometimes? Well, I totally understand, and I've been there, and I'm still learning the habit of not getting distracted by being on my phone so much. As a mom of two boys, I feel like I have absolutely no time in a day, and sometimes I realize, where did my time go? And sometimes it is because I was busy doing productive things, and then other times I ask where the time went and I realize I didn't do anything all day. If you find yourself there, I understand. You're not feeling productive and you want to be productive. There are so many more things we can do besides scrolling on our phone, scrolling on social media, and just being distracted with all the things in the world. This video is all about the ideas of what you can do instead of scrolling on your phone, Homemakers edition. I know I'm not the only one that gets in this trap of waking up and going right on my phone. And honestly, when I do that, I immediately regret it. Well, actually, I just regret it. I don't immediately regret it because I'm doing what I think I want in that moment. But later in the day, it kind of has its side effects. I will take you back all the way to 2020 when we all got addicted to TikTok, and I would just go from one room to another and just be scrolling and just like kind of wasting time, which I feel like we could all fall into. But now as a mom, I look back and I'm like, I could have done something a whole lot better, and I could do way more with my day and not be idle and using my time to glorify God in this season of motherhood and just be intentional in the life that we have. It's been almost 2 years since I've been off social media, and that was something I felt led to do. I got off social media, and it has been such a relief of not comparing myself to other people or being distracted. So thankful because I now can be a little bit more intentional with the conversations I have and not posting for a status or to be focused on how many people are following me or liking the things that I post. I feel like I grew in my relationship with Jesus, most importantly. Okay, little guy wants to join for a second. Personally, being on my phone as soon as I wake up would make me feel like a zombie. Like, truly, it made me feel like a zombie all day. Like, I would just be tired, and I want to, it's kind of just a conviction of I want to do my best for Jesus. I really do. I want to be glorifying him, not because other people are doing certain things, other moms are doing other things. It is because I want to do my best and be a good steward of what I've been given. Like my children, they are a gift, and I want to be a good steward to them, and I want to teach them good habits and to have good routines. And that's something that, of course, we're going to learn in different seasons. I'm learning that in now a season of having two babies instead of just one. And I think that is kind of just real and honest of I am growing too. And some people online think they have it all together, but I think it is a process, and we are going to fall sometimes, but we can always get back up and we can always keep going and choose to just be very intentional the way that we live. So say if you wake up one day, you're scrolling on your phone, you realize, man, I shouldn't have done that. Well, you can still turn it around. Our mindset has to be strong, and our mind is very powerful. So let's turn it to just love Jesus and to be in relationship with him and to look to him and stand on his word and speak his truth. And that will lead us to true joy than wasting our time looking on social media. I've actually had someone ask me because okay, before I say that, there are good things about social media. There are people that you listen to that inspire you, that encourage you, but they are not everything. Everything is the word. That's where we need to turn. But in the process of being on social media, being off social media, for me, I was called to be off social media almost 2 years ago. And I remember being in a conversation with someone, and they had asked, so, oh, you're not on social media? Then what do you do? And I was so, right now, I was kind of like not sure how to respond. I was like, well, if only being on social media is your way of living, that's so sad. Like, I feel sad that being on social media is all you do with your free time on the weekends. Oh, I just watch TikTok, is what the girl had responded with. And so I think we can get so much better done. There's work to be done on this earth, but also a time that the Lord has given us to enjoy the things that He has created as well. Not being on your phone for so much in a day is honestly such a habit, and it is so hard. It is to discipline yourself in the habit of telling yourself, okay, I'm not going to get on my phone for the next 20 minutes so I can complete a task. I'm not going to get out in the first hour so I can give attention to my kids, or so that we can enjoy baking something or doing something fun. Oh, so that we can be more intentional with the time that we have, that you're going to not do something on your phone so you can complete another thing that is not just productive, but something that is awesome to enjoy and something that the Lord has given you. There are several ways that we can overcome the scrolling trap as homemakers, and here are some of them. One of those tips is to just put your phone in another room. If your phone is something that is distracting you, even just looking at it or just having it on the counter next to you, you're more likely to grab it and just look at it. And if something comes to mind, to go ahead and just look it up instead of being intentional with what you're doing, whether if you're playing with your kids or cooking or trying to do a task that you need to do, or just enjoy. What I do if I have something that comes to mind, and it's really just getting in the habit of doing this, is if I'm doing a task that I know I need to get done and something else comes to mind that, like, oh, I need to remember to order that or call the doctor, whatever, I just need to write it down. I have a whiteboard, so I just put it on the whiteboard so I don't put it on the notes on my phone in that moment, because then I can get really distracted if something comes up, or if I have other things that I could just, oh, I'll just do it right now. Just say those things. So that is to put your phone in another room, have a notepad or whiteboard near to write down anything that comes to mind when you're completing that task. And if you are on social media, which most of you are, is to set a timer for yourself. Really, it sounds silly to time block your social media, but that way you won't get the notification of, hey, you've been scrolling for too long, maybe you should take a break, or that you just always feel like you can't get anything done, when really you can't get things done. It's just how you prioritize your day. So setting timers for time that you want to be on your phone or social media, or scheduling out your day and structuring it well, even if it doesn't go in that order every single time, but just having that practice and that discipline for the things that need to get done at a certain amount of time. Following that tip is being intentional with your time. And so being intentional with your time is scheduling to meet with people face to face rather than texting them all the time, or updating your life with them on social media. So with that, we are jumping right into what you can do instead of scrolling on your phone. I am just going to list a few of my favorite things in more of the Homemaker edition, but you can get the full list of what you can do instead of scrolling on your phone on the blog, and I'll also link that in the description box. First and foremost is going for a walk. One, it is so helpful to just get outside, even if it's for 10 minutes or even 5 minutes, to step outside, get some fresh air, go for a walk, take your kids with you. All of this is like what you need to do for your kids, not just for you. Good habits for yourself, but the habits you're training your children to have as well. Go get fresh air, get outside, move your body, even in the smallest of ways. It's kind of like giving your body a snack for your brain, and that will help you to be motivated to other things. More recently, I have been into working out. So another thing you can do instead of scrolling is do something a little bit more than a walk and get yourself some exercise in. And it sounds really hard and to be motivated, because we all know we're supposed to work out, but truly, I think working out now as a mom of two has helped me to not be overstimulated and to be able to kind of be just a relief of the emotions and just trying to accomplish a lot of stuff in the day of just going out, getting a good sweat. And honestly, my son joins me and he has a good time and he gets his workout in too because he could probably work out all day. As a homemaker, I think we can level up and there's always new skills we can be learning. And there's a whole list of skills that are the homemaking skills. Um, but one of those skills is learning to make sourdough. That's something I had learned to make as I started to stay home, and that is super fun. So maybe baking something new if you already do sourdough, or just doing that. Be able to bake. Think creatively. What is something creative you like to do with your hands? There's a scripture that talks about living a quiet life at home and just working with your hands. A lot that goes along with that. Maybe it's not just baking for your family. Maybe it's showing kindness to your neighbors. You know, God gave you your neighbors for a reason. You're planted exactly where you're at, quite physically in your home. You can cook a baked good or bread or cookies or not even sweets. You can just go give a meal to a neighbor to say, hey, if you've never met them, maybe you live there for a long time and don't know them, but blessing other people outside of your home, of course, is a way to glorify God. Being able to learn a new skill and use your hands can be a great way to find a better use of your time, and also bring your kids along with you. Do crafts with them, color and paint. Maybe something out of the norm could be something that is useful for everyone in the family. Okay, and this next one, I'm going to throw in here because if you've seen any of my other videos, I'm all about decluttering. So, declutter a space. Maybe you feel a little overwhelmed. So, decluttering a space will just make you feel clean and crisp from your surfaces to your personal hygiene to everything in the home. If you declutter one space at a time, you can find that a whole lot more use of your time. I'm going to say that a lot. More use of your time if you clean your space and just love where you live. I promise you, decluttering a space will make you feel so much better than being on your phone for too long. I promise you. I think as homemaking and having children in your home, you kind of have to have a new perspective. And maybe you want to get into reading again. Maybe you want to get into writing or being able to do different skills, but you feel like you can't when you have kids. And I recommend just getting a new perspective. It might look different, it might be slower, you just might have to be a little bit more intentional. Yes. And as I say that, my son wants me to play to him. So, time out. That's what we're going to do. My son heard me say time out, and he thought I was saying to take him to timeout. No, I'm not taking you to timeout. We're going to play. I just thought that was funny. Like I was saying, we're going to just get a new perspective. If you want to read a book, for me, I want to read more. And I'm kind of a slow reader, but I still just need a change of perspective. I might get interrupted every 2 seconds. That's okay. I want to enjoy doing that, and if I can scroll on my phone with my children around, I can definitely read a little bit more with my kids around. And so just kind of switching your eyes and your perspective, it might look different. I think another way to be motivated to stop scrolling on your phone is to have a set schedule in your day. And honestly, this is something that takes time. I think not giving up and to keep going even if you don't do your routine exact every day. I think to stay motivated to stop scrolling on your phone really comes a lot to routine and having purpose in your day and having structure. I think that teaches our kids a way to be productive throughout the day, not just us as moms, but it's also part of training our children up in the way that they should go, not just within scripture, in the ways of the Lord, but also in just the way of life, into being good humans and doing things to glorify Him. And I feel like that's something I've just thought about a lot recently. I got some routine charts for my son, and that has been something he has enjoyed doing and then I also have enjoyed to have him be able to check off when he does something for him to feel accomplished and to kind of keep me accountable of finding a routine for him as well. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed learning some other things that you can do besides scrolling on your phone, and just enjoy the gifts that God has given you in this life to glorify Him.